Good evening, Sycamore City Council. Left to right, Clay Harris, Fred Oyster, Dustin Land, City Attorney, has stepped out for just a second before the meeting. Mayor Wayne Woodruff, Alan Coker, Jennifer Young, and James Galt Brown.
Itching's crazy. Yep, yep, I did.
Oh, I already had a pen. It was underneath my agenda, I'm sorry.
You know, at the time, $4 for the house outside the lot. I lived in Fairmont, just outside of Atlanta. And had an auction. One of my regular customers, every Friday and Saturday, was a guy with one arm. An attorney. He had been, a real estate attorney for years. And then I got to be pretty good friends with loyal customers, good spender too.
I wasn't from that here, was I?
Well, when I was talking with John Paul Jones one time,
The bassist of Led Zeppelin? The bassist of Led Zeppelin?
yep,
Father of the Navy.
mentioned the guy's name, and he and John Paul were friends, had been for quite some time. And he said, "You know he's now a criminal attorney, Dustin." I couldn't resist it. You'll appreciate it. I said, "Is there any other guy?" I thought John Paul was gonna cry, he laughed so hard. He grabbed the phone and he called every lawyer there on what he called Shyster Row. To tell him, and the laughter, it was all over the whole area, the whole community got a kick out of it. Does yours work?
Yeah.
No, most.
Mine works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Well, me too, that's all I was, I'm like that, just looking at him and saying.
Should have seen you today at the gun store, I was taking pictures of the city, I'm gonna pull it up, I can write them
I know
down.
I can do it on that one.
They like to say.
I the night before, I was
We spent this month, or last month, nearly $17,000.
Oh, that's a ton of money in the car, I said, oh, good, touch. I still haven't changed a couple of my clocks throughout my house, it's not
Last
digital.
month,
I still have to
receipts,
take them off the wall, I had changed my whole pattern. So I got a new, I got a big one.
$10,000 more than I expected.
I probably won't.
That's good
Next
stuff.
year will. November, October, whatever it changes.
My first
see kind of things I look at.
Want to call this meeting over Wood. Fred, how about leading us in a word of prayer, please?
Lord, we do thank you so much for the privilege and the opportunity to serve our community and our nation. We ask that you would give us integrity and clarity of mind to do that which is right in our sight and especially in your sight for the good of our community. We ask it all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Let's say the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, discuss and vote to approve agenda.
Move to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor? So carried. Discuss and vote to approve minutes.
Move to approve the minutes as stated.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Thus carried. Item 5. I think Miss Aaliyah Walsh is here, and she wanted to address the council about a water bill. So if you could just come right on up front here, somewhere, one of them, and,
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity to come before the board. I would like to present, my issue that I'm having with a water bill. I have had, first of all, I live at 2463 US Highway 41, right next to the Dollar General. My husband and I had purchased a home there to become a productive member of this community, and we have done so. I work in the health field, helping people with their health, as well as with my property. I have maintained my property as well as grow food there and try to help in my community as bring a business into this community with natural fruits and juices and herbal modalities. So I have been active with the police department and as well as different, the new bowling alley that just opened up and trying to get more people into the community, so on and so forth. I have been a good neighbor. I have someone that occupies property right behind me, and I just stay out of the way. Grow my vegetables and mind my business. But I have had a couple of issues since I've lived in this house and feeling unfairly treated in this community, even though I'm striving to, do the right thing, and help out in this community. Today, yes, we're talking about the water bill, and the reason why I mentioned that I've been treated unfairly, because I think this is leading up to that, or why this is, and because I'm confused on why my water bill is enormously high. The 1st of January, I left my home and I was gone for over a month. My cousin fell ill, My cousin fell ill and passed away, so I brought the obituary to show you that I was not at home. And I stayed down there for a month with my family. This was something that happened that was really, hurt our family. And my husband is a truck driver, so I was not at home. I wanted to be down there with him. He wasn't at home, he was over the road. He did come by the house to check the house. As a matter of fact, as we were gone, we had to call the police out there. We have cameras all around our home, and there was someone that was on the property. The cameras detected that someone was out on the property, so we called the police. The police came out and searched the property. They did not find anyone there at that time or anything that had happened at the house, but they did turn on the lights that's in the workshop on the outside. After that, I came home around the 5th or 6th of February, and everything was fine. When I left home, I went down to the water company because I was surprised that I had a negative $10 bill. I was like, wow, my bill has never been like that. So, I was trying to find out what that was. I wanted to make sure that I take care of my responsibilities. I brought my bill here to show you that I paid my bill on time, as well as the usage of the water bill to show that there's no way, you know, we've had no leakages, we had no, you know, where we use, even with I garden, my bill has never been this high. I did submit a police report because, my water bill was, my water bill was $1,400 and, I'm sorry, $1,467. I have never had a water bill like this. The water company came out, the city came out, they checked, they said that there was no leak there. So I don't know what has happened in between the time that I was gone and came back, that my water bill is this high. I, did go and put a police report in because somebody was out there on my property, I don't know what's going on, and I'm on a fixed income. That business that I do it off to the side, you know, to bring in some revenue into my family, as well as, I mean, I don't make a whole lot of money doing it because it's really a passion. It's really a thing to help people, sick people. It's not to, you know what I'm saying? I also give away vegetables and things of that nature, so I expressed to her that, she said that she could put it on there as a leak or something, and I told her I was not willing to do that because there was no leak. When they came out to check the meter, there was no leak there. So something had to happen in between the time that we were gone, which was the reason that I put in the police report.
Can we see her monitor?
Yes, ma'am.
Sean, get a chance to read your pledge?
We've done a meter test on it today, it, performed as good, we tested it 3 times.
And they told you you had no leak,
No, sir.
and nobody been in the house?
No, there's nothing leaking inside of the house, you know, there wasn't anything running or anything, you know, so I wasn't here, and then we did also call the police when we were away. You know, somebody was out there on the property, so I'm not sure what happened. And I'm confused, I mean, my bill has not been over, it was at $90 at the most,
Well, $1,467, that's a lot of water.
yes.
Sean,
Yes.
your reader is functioning properly.
Yes.
Could there have been a charge fault? Could there have been
We-
something?
We've searched through the readings and everything, and we have not found any mistakes, we haven't found anything wrong. Besides, there was 135,250 gallons went through the meter from read time to read time.
That was in 1 month?
That was in 1 month.
And this is during the time that you were not there.
Yes, sir. I have proof to
And
show
there
that I was in Florida, as well as I set my trailer up, my, smoothie and juicy trailer up down there while I was there, most of the time that I was there, other than the time that we were at the funeral and everything and with family.
There was no water damage inside the house.
No, sir.
Did you notice any wetlands in the yard?
I have searched and I don't know when it would have happened. If it would have been in February, we're already in March, so
And the only
that would have dried up
There
or,
was no visible water
Right.
standing.
and I haven't been through the yard. We went to the front door today and the faucet was right by the front door steps.
See, the trouble is, if they've been wet placed in the yard,
Mm-hmm.
then that would have constituted a leak, and there's been no leak,
Well, that's what I was trying to
you know,
confirm.
yeah.
There was no,
It would have fixed itself, is what I'm getting at.
No.
what I'm saying.
if there had been a leak, it either had to be fixed or it's still going.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If it's not still going,
And nothing was
and there was
fixed,
nothing fixed,
no. And I, you know, that's why I brought it before you guys, because I don't know what to do about this. even when, you know, like I said, last spring, my water bill wasn't this high. I have an orchard and everything, and it's, you know, I water it, I water the garden, you know, and I don't know,
There's no automatic sprinkler system or anything, so.
yeah.
Even if it was, $1,467 worth of water, that's not.
No, I'm not disagreeing, I'm just.
And when I returned home, there wasn't anything wet, the water was on, I mean, you know, there wasn't any problem, there wasn't any leaks in the house, the toilet doesn't run. I mean, it would've showed that there was something going on when they initially read the meter.
That toilet could've run to the planet Mars and it would've run that much water.
$135,000 gallons is.
That's a lot.
There has been people, that has come upon my property several times without, you know, me knowing about it. I'm grateful for the cameras, you know, I'm not at home, and I have talked to the police about that, you know, when we see people coming up on there and everything, but I do have a neighbor, which is, my, Sean's mother-in-law, that owns a trailer behind my house. And, those are the only people that I know that, you know, go back there. Other than that, when we initially, moved into the property and I wanted to dig my garden, I reached out to 611 and contacted everyone to see where, you know, if I was gonna dig anything up. Mr. Sean came out and told me about, me having an easement on my property, certain things that I could not do, on the property, which was mind blowing to me, cause I didn't know any, you know what I'm saying, buying a house. So then after that, people start parking on my property, pulling up, one guy told me, well, there's an easement on there. So saying that he had the right to just park there on his lunch break, and he said he worked for the city. And so then city workers were starting, you know, they started to park on my property and just sit there.
What city workers parking on your property?
Oh, it was city workers, somebody that worked with the city, that's what they told me, and, they started right after I spoke to Mr. Sean about where could we dig at, and then right after that, then they started pulling up, I have spoken to, well, now we have the chief that's now, but I spoke to him about it, before the last chief that was here, and then I've also spoke to Ms. Joyce about it as well, Chief Joyce as well. You know, because I'm there with my dog a lot by myself. My husband is over the road trucking, you know, and it's just seemed that we've had a little issues since we've lived there. Even when it came down to, putting my trailer, getting my trailer license and everything, everybody signed the paper. Mr. Sean, wanted to wait to bring it to the board before he just signed my paper, and Mr. Wayne asked him to go ahead and sign it. It's just like different little things like that, not that this is a part of this, but I don't know, really, because it's $1,000-something, you know, and I don't know, I've been a good neighbor, I've been a good homeowner in this community, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Do we have any precedents for this type of situation before? Has it ever happened?
Not absent leaks that I know of.
Oh, no, I'll address your thing in a minute. Go ahead, Fred, you want to say?
I was going to ask,
Okay.
what is the normal average sewage part of the bill?
John, you have to answer that.
I was talking to Bethany today about it, and I believe she said she was attempting to adjust it, and, I don't know the correct numbers. I think it was the sewer portion that she possibly could adjust off of it was like $800, which would leave around 5 or 6. Ms. Walsh, do you remember the number she
Yes,
told
it
you?
was $600 that she told me that would be added to it over a year's time. I could pay extra $50 onto the bill.
Well, that
Like
would
I
take-
said, I'm on a fixed income. I wasn't expecting to pay $600 for something that I don't know anything about. Something that I did not cause on my own. I don't know what has happened, but I know that something's wrong somewhere.
The,
To go back and answer your question, John just said a while ago, on a protocol of this type, and it's usually a leak that it happens.
Right.
The sewage is adjusted, they'll take, the high sewage and the low sewage and average that out. But, we really have not never had nothing like this happen, like her case here, to where there is not actually been a leak. Now, that being said, we got another case that, of a high bill, that was right over here, side where that warehouse was stored at. And, but this lady did have a leak, she was out of town, and Sean and them was working out here, and they found the leak, or seen the leak, and they cut the water off until she come back. Well, we could get hold of her. She was very appreciative of doing that, but she had a sky-high bill. Now, bear in mind, a leak there, Miss Wash, not a leak, okay?
And you've had the under the house checked and
Yes, ma'am, everything.
Well,
Yes, ma'am.
the
And I'm willing to, if anybody
right,
wants to
I
go
mean,
check it out.
sure.
If anybody wanted to go and check it out, I'm willing to do so, you know, as long as I know they're coming. You know, I don't mind, because I have a cane corso, so you don't know, you know, if someone comes up on the property, the cane corso has been trained to stay in his area. But, you know, if somebody comes out there and I don't know about it, I'd like to know about it, and then you're welcome to come and check anything you need to check, or to see if anything was fixed or anything else like that. It's nothing has, you know, and I was like, what? When I got that bill, I went straight down there. The minute I took it out of the mailbox.
Yeah.
Because I need to know what's going on, you know?
We appreciate that. Can we, since there's no indication that this went into our wastewater disposal system, can we adjust the, almost the entire, not all, but almost about $45, I'm guesstimating, the amount that normally goes to our sewer expenditure, or sewer use rather. That would let us adjust $850 in round numbers to decrease the sewer charge for that month. Does that make sense?
No, you got me confused now.
Since there's no indication that this went into our sewer system,
Yeah.
then can we not adjust for the, amount over normal usage based on the history here, which would be in the neighborhood of $40 for sewer use?
So, got you.
So that would have to remain,
That,
but,
yeah, go ahead.
but that would let us adjust about $850 decrease in the total bill on the sewer portion. Unfortunately, the water, the city, drilled, pumps, treats, and delivers the water, so it's there.
Where'd the water go?
Right.
That's why I was asking about wet places in the yard.
Can I,
Over a month of time, it's, I guess, impossible at this stage to tell where it went.
how does the meter numbers get collected on this property? Are they electronically reported, or
we,
is it manual, or?
manually go out there and, read them and log them in a tablet. When it gets the whole town read, it's brought back to City Hall and uploaded to their system.
Have we looked at that log,
Yes.
and it was not transposed in any way?
No. It was a jump, and, I got a printout over here, I think it's Wash too. Everything was fine, and it jumped from, in 1 month, but that's also the month that we had freezing weather, that works down to 18. I'm not saying anything frozen broke, but anything's a possibility.
But even if it was dripping, that still wouldn't bring
That
one
ain't gonna
thousand
be
four
100,000
hundred and
gallons of water.
$67.
Well,
And then we did turn it on, when my husband came home, I did say that my husband did come home, on our break, and, you know, in between his loads, and, he knew that it was gonna be freezing, so he did drip the water.
He
But
ain't
that
took
was-
100,000 gallons of water.
He did not, and there's something wrong. And I would appreciate the $850, but I would appreciate, you know, more than that, because, I mean, I don't know what happened, and I don't know what to do about it.
And the problem is, we don't know either.
Right, yes, sir.
Can
That's
you
the
give
issue.
us time to investigate
Yes,
further?
ma'am, yes, yes.
And can we make sure she doesn't get charged a late fee or anything
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Till we have a chance to look at it?
Yes, ma'am.
We can waive anyway.
Yeah, I mean, this is something we haven't come across. So
Me either, this is my first time homeowner.
well, but
uh,
So,
nobody in the city has come across this.
Right,
it's-
so
It's
this-
not,
it's crazy,
This blows my mind.
yeah.
right.
I mean, you know,
One other thing,
don't
no
know
city
why.
employee is supposed to be sitting on your property eating his lunch.
I know,
So if you got somebody sitting on your property eating their lunch, call the chief.
yes, I will. I
Right
did
then,
speak
right
to her
there.
about it. I did speak to her about it, that it happened in the past, but she wasn't here, when it initially started, the other chief was, and I did speak to him about it as well, and also with my, some other things that happened. But at the end of the day, I just wanna, you know, be a peaceful and productive member of this society. And, I really want, you know, to be treated fairly. I don't know what has happened, if, you know, if someone needs to come out on the property or whatever the case may be, please let me know.
Listen, you're our neighbor. I mean, you're everybody's neighbor up here, we all live here, so if it's gonna happen to you, it could happen to any of us. So
Right.
we're just as invested in this
I've
Thank
had
you
peace
so
before
much.
myself.
as you are. So,
I appreciate it.
let us definitely get to the bottom of it.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll get to the bottom of it.
Okay, so do you guys need to make copies of those papers so I can have a copy and
We
you can
got
have a
it.
copy as well? Or you already have a copy of the police report?
No, not the police
It's a
report,
police
but I
report.
can get that easy.
Okay.
from-
We know the police.
Thank you for your time, everyone.
Thank you.
Do I need to say? No. Okay, you guys have a blessed night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item number 6, discuss and vote on sewage, Jamie Turner wanted to address the council. Floor is yours.
I just want approval from y'all to be able to tap into the city sewer for my daughter's trailer. If you want city water and sewer. I talked with Sean about it, and Sean's told me what I needed to do.
He lives on Adams Street down here, which is just outside the city limits.
How far just outside?
That far?
Really? That far?
Yeah.
The city limits is the road in front of my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have to have a variance for that, or can we approve it by vote?
We'll
The,
let Sean-
the problem being is we don't have a sewer line adjacent to the street he lives on.
Uh-oh.
So it would have to be engineered and he'd have to have it, a contractor put in a line, bored under a road and go to a first available manhole for it to work. So it gets real complicated in the process.
That's a piece of money.
Yeah,
It ain't gonna need a pump, is it?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that, the pump will be his.
Yeah.
The water won't be no issue, it's just
Yeah, you
deposit.
tap in right there where
tap
mine's
in,
at.
Yeah.
Just not,
Matter of fact,
before my meter, not after my meter.
that would have to change too. We'd have to get a replacement, actually, we'd probably have to put you one in. And let her have that one.
That wouldn't be no problem.
What is the method for sewage right now?
There's nothing there right now. Years ago, back in my school year, mine and Sean's school year, me and Sean lived there together.
There's no septic tank?
There's 2 55-gallon drums dug in the ground.
Oh, Lord.
But that was 30 years
That was
ago.
30+ years ago. That was, matter of fact, it was about 38 years ago to be exact.
So there's, and
So
the
I
land's
can't
too wet
use
to
that.
perk for a septic
Yeah, and
tank.
it's too wet per septic tank. Mark Robinson told me it'd take about $8,000 just to haul dirt in there to get it to work with perk.
And I don't know that wouldn't be,
I don't know that would work because of that pond.
Alright, any
It's for
comments?
pickles.
Any questions?
it's around 600 foot to the closest manhole,
How far?
600 feet.
Most of those pumps run with a 2-inch line or 3.
2-inch line.
It would have to be bored under the street as well? Sean,
So,
you say it would have to bore under the street?
yes, it'd have to be a bore. It'd have to be a bore up under Adams Street. And we got a water line on the other side of Adams that we would have to be at least a 2-foot clearance in it, so it's gonna be deep. And I got an open ditch right there, so the bore's looking to be 8 foot deep at least.
All right.
And
Is there enough flow from his home to the,
it won't be a gravity line, it'll be, the manhole is not deep enough for a gravity line, it'd have to be a pump from his house to here. And if he had to put it in, he would be responsible for any leaks or anything throughout the life of the system.
well, how much are we talking about, contractor charging?
I haven't checked on any of that, I don't know, I didn't know if we would, want to take it on, or what y'all's decision would be to even start looking at it.
Let me get with you in a little bit, cause that used to be my field of expertise.
Okay.
I get with you and with Jamie.
I don't know if that's safe.
I'm not trying to put you off, but need more information. I suggest this one be tabled until I can investigate.
I concur.
Okay, we got two big, you put that to a motion, you
I
want
move it be tabled.
to be tabled?
Second.
All in favor? Okay. I'll write that right out here, where it will be brought back up. All right. I am going to bump item 9 up, next. And the reason why is because we got a lady sitting here having to listen to all this other stuff. And she's here about the comprehensive plan. So I'm gonna go to item 9.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I am Alexandra Arsenio, so that some of you guys, I'm sorry, can you, I'll speak up, I apologize. My name is Alexandra Arsenio, I work with the Southern Georgia Regional Commission. I have met, Mr. Fred and the mayor and a couple of others, here before. We, at the Southern Georgia Regional Commission, work on comprehensive plans, hazard mitigations, planning and zoning, and various other things to help our local governments to meet the requirements of the state. And one of these requirements to maintain, qualified local government status, which helps you with your funding, is to pass the comprehensive plan, adopt the comprehensive plan. And so I think last month you guys had a couple of questions about the comprehensive plan. This is a plan that helps guide the local governments for future development, land use, growth, and, list work projects that the city or the county are supposed to complete within a certain time frame. And I just wanted to come here today to see if there's any other questions that you guys may then be happy to talk about them and hopefully get an adopted resolution.
Any questions? I will note that, on page 44 of the comprehensive plan, there's one item here that says purchase property for parking lot for city court is thus been removed and canceled, there. So, and, which it's already got that there, you see it.
Mary, did we
Yes,
were
yeah,
we
that
provided
was
a
the
copy of this
previous one, I
comprehensive
think.
plan?
And so.
Do what?
Were we, the council members provided a copy of this?
Oh, it was for y'all getting, I don't know that it was actually put into y'all's hand.
Y'all read it last month and they had the wrong date on it.
Yeah.
Right.
And that date has to do more with the expiration of the entire plan and not really the date that you guys adopted, but when the entire plan officially expires, so it has that date on it.
The resolution here, that they're asking we adopt, I'm gonna read it to you. It says, whereas Turner County has completed the 2026 joint Turner County and cities of Ashland, Rebecca, Sycamore Comprehensive Plan update. Whereas this document was prepared according to the standards and procedures for local comprehensive planning established by the Georgia Planning Act of 1989. Be it therefore resolved that Turner County does hereby adopt the 2026 joint Turner County and the cities of Ashburn, Rebecca, and Sycamore comprehensive plan update.
Question. Does this plan in any way change, inhibit, truncate, or circumscribe the development authority? Thank you, ma'am.
So what's the wishes of council?
Are we locked in any way to the plan?
No, it's a guiding document. So pretty much what happens, for instance, the GEFA funds, that's a local loan, and so we wanna make sure that there's information about you guys wanting to improve your water systems in the plan. Because when you go to apply for different grants, say to improve the water system, they ask you to provide it in the comprehensive plan. And again, it's a guiding document, it means that the citizens have looked at it, city councils have approved it, elected officials understand that in the future they want to improve the water system. And so that is kind of our coverall for your grants and your funding, so then that way it supports those funding sources and those grants, to approve those grants, so.
And do we get one of these every year?
No, it's every 5 years,
Okay.
and about every 2 years we go through it during a plan implementation meeting and verify, what has been worked on, what hasn't, what needs more assistance, and what has been canceled.
Move it be adopted.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second, all in favor? Unanimous, I will sign it right now.
Yay, thank you, Mayor. You have made
Now,
my
had got
day.
the city clerk.
You must have had a very lackluster day.
I've been driving for 4 hours.
Where's your accent from?
Me? I'm from Puerto Rico.
Really?
I'm originally from Puerto Rico.
I don't have
Where-
better
Lane
signature
today
on
for
this
this.
one.
Who's?
From Puerto Rico?
Betty.
I was gonna say,
City
she must have
clerk.
got a heck of a start.
Now,
I guess, yeah, well.
I
is she
can
coming
have
tomorrow?
her signature on here tomorrow morning. I can get her to come by, sign it, and if you want me to fax it somewhere, I can.
Let me go ahead and get a copy of what you have already,
Okay.
so then, tomorrow, if I, at
Right.
least I have something to carry in.
Hand Charlotte, she'll make you a
I'm
copy.
driving back to Valdosta tonight, yes. Yesterday I drove from Valdosta to Atlanta and then I'm driving down from Atlanta.
And here is the plan here in case, and
Okay.
y'all want a copy of it, I'll be more than happy to make you a copy of it.
I think the probably the most important thing, if you ever look at it, is the work program, and these are the objects that the city is, put together between the mayor and the staff, that have worked together to try to come up with projects to make sure that they have the funding for it. And like I said, if there's any changes, there's always the possibility to have an amendment. And so you're not locked in stone, this is a living document. You do an amendment, you approve the amendment, and then you move forward with, the ability to apply for funding.
I will take and,
Thank you.
and get her to run by here in the morning. They're off on Friday, but I'll get her to run by here and sign and
Okay.
stamp it,
Okay,
and,
I think I need a date, can I have a date on this?
they,
About the minutes?
Well,
there you go.
All right, thank you, Mayor, I appreciate it.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, council, and if you ever have any questions, feel free to contact us.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Bill, listen to me.
Plan, not to spend the money then.
yeah.
Now, I'm gonna go back up to item
You go
seven.
right out that way.
Item seven, discuss and vote on positive paid bank security. And I think it was a request that from last month that we talked to, Colony, and which they did, I had girls do that. And they said they would be glad to match anything with any other bank. And, like South Georgia was $25 for all accounts. But Colony was wanting so much per each account. And, it was kinda big. So, it had been my suggestion, and I'll tell you, without relenting, that I personally myself would like everything moved from Colony to South Georgia. That's my outtake.
Relative to this, what's the status of those two checks?
Well, they supposedly were gonna call us last week and talk to us. The
They
one
did.
with South Georgia's already taken care of.
That's good.
They being who? Georgia Power or the bank, or you said they were supposed to
No,
call us last week?
Colony was gonna call us and talk with us about it. We never heard from them. Or at least, if we had heard from them, we, I wasn't told about it, and they keep me up on everything that goes in, on it. So,
Well, I'm more concerned about the checks at this juncture than moving anything. I want those checks resolved before anything else is done.
my point is very simple. You can clearly look at the checks, and you see the checks been on. South Georgia called it automatically quit. Colony, which I've had issues with over months. Oh, well, pretty well about a year or so. Oh, they didn't catch it, they didn't see nothing wrong with it. So they cashed it.
banking before those two checks being resolved. Well, I mean, that's a pretty serious couple of felonies.
Alright, then we'll table that issue. That fine?
I mean, I'm not averse to moving, but I wanna know what's going on with those checks first.
Right.
You say that South Georgia's pretty much clearing it up, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean? Please.
Well, you just said that it's resolved with them,
Yeah, they put money back into it.
that's what I'm asking, so that's, so they,
Colony House,
okay,
South Georgia has.
and we don't have status from Colony, on where it stands.
Last we heard, Georgia Power was investigating.
Okay, and we haven't heard from Georgia Power either.
Well, I'm still curious about this. This is check forgery.
Exactly.
Where's the FBI on this? Cause that went through the US mail.
Yeah.
Counselor, isn't that Title 18 US Code?
You say FBI?
Yes. That went through the US mail, that's Title 18 US Code, yes?
FBI?
Yes,
Like GBI?
yes, except F,
Three-letter agency?
yes,
Are you trying to get help out of it?
yes.
Yeah, good
I know
luck.
sometimes,
I know
yes.
where you were going with that.
Good luck.
That's where I'm going.
Feel free to call.
Okay. Item 7, say. Item 8. We have resolutions, for the Jeep loan. I will tell you, there was 3 loans that was on this. One of them was for $640,000. The other one was for $432,500. Then there was one for $80,000. I have been informed that we have gotten on the $80,000. Call me out if I'm wrong about this,
No, you're right.
but the $80,000, we have gotten 100% loan forgiveness on.
Why?
We're qualified for it,
So-
under that project.
What?
So we borrowed $80,000, we don't have to pay it back?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, I knew that made y'all mad.
And how much was the second one?
Okay, $432,500,
Thank you.
and then $640,000 on the first. The last one was $80,000, but we're gonna get 100% loan forgiveness on that.
Good.
I need these to be signed, but I need y'all's permission to sign them.
Or chief alone, move to approve. Your signature.
Yeah.
I did.
Go ahead, Jim.
Throw a second.
Hold on.
You want to make a motion?
I did.
Okay, and I'll second.
Hold on.
I will. Which one is for sewer and which one is for water?
They all pursue.
Oh, they're all for
No.
sewer?
One of them's for water meters, and the other one's for
Oh,
the sewer to pump stations.
Which one's for water meters?
I'd have to look through the contract to see. It's either the 600,000 or the 400,000.
Be it 6 and.
If you care to one of them out, they all pretty well worded the same.
Yeah.
Y'all need to see any other?
Yeah, just one of them. Please.
All right, now, go ahead.
Go ahead, James.
Move to approve mayor's signature on the chief of loans.
Second.
Okay, got a motion, second on the floor, all in favor? Unanimous. Okay, I will sign these. I'll sign them in a minute. Item 10, discuss and vote on cleaning bids again.
Again?
Yeah, again. Which I have them here. Alright, we have one bid. Says, clean 2 times out of the month, 400 a day, 2 times out of the month. Eunice William Foster, her bid is 800, which is 400 each, every other week, right? That's one. We got CC Cleaning Service, cleaning everything every other week for 150, that's per week. That'd be 300 there. Then we got, Janice cleaning service. The first time it'd be a deep cleaning, that's including getting walls, everything. $325. After that, it'd be $175 every other week. Okay? And that's court. That's court, alright? City Hall would be first time deep clean, $225. After that, $125 bi-weekly. Okay? Alright? And then we got another one here from Karen's Cleaning Service. Oh. Okay, it says this bid is for cleaning of city offices in Sycamore once a week and the courtroom once a month unless it is needed more often. And this includes sweeping, mopping, vacuuming, cleaning of restrooms, light dusting, taking out the garbage. And the charge would be $650 monthly. Unless I need to clean the courtroom twice a month, then the charge would be $700 monthly. And they got a charge for liability insurance and bond. So.
I would think all of them would be bonded.
The Karen's Cleaning, I will let you know, so it's on the record, that the council knows, that is Chris Brooks' wife. Now, would the council rather have a copy of these to carry home and look at?
I think we should.
And then y'all can be ready with a decision next month?
I think we should.
Or how you wanna do it?
I think we should look at have the specific offers and do a comparison analysis with them in front of us.
Alright, then before y'all leave, I will make a copy of all these for y'all.
Did we confirm whether they are all insured and bonded?
think there's one or two that is.
I think there's one that is, but most of them's not, cause they're just their side businesses.
I think the lady that's in Cordell that put in the bid, she's bonded now, ain't she? I believe. I don't know.
I hadn't heard, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Didn't know if you knew or not. Okay. I'll make copies. Matter of fact, I'll let you do it. I'm utilizing Charlotte and I. Make, copies of every one of them for the council. Thank you, Mayor. Now, we'll table that the next month where y'all can see these and go through it. And, then we will make a final decision. Item 11, discuss and vote on executive session needed, which is not needed. We will not be going to executive session unless the council sees a reason. Everybody shaking their head no.
Does vexing Ben Baker count as a reason?
Does in some cases.
That's, between you and Ben Baker. Item 12, let me go to department heads, then we're gonna go to public input, which I've got one thing to bring, well, a couple of things to bring up.
So,
And we got someone that walked in, I think, wants to address the council too. And that'll be done during public session. Okay, Sean,
I don't have anything at this time.
reach over there and feel this for you.
I'm gonna leave him alone. He ready to go eat what it is.
All right, Chief,
No, sir.
where are we on that new vehicle purchase?
It's done. It's almost ready to put on the road. We're lacking lens lock. They're probably 2 weeks out,
Probably, I'm waiting
2
on.
weeks to a month.
I'm waiting on the Yosemite camera system now, so I can call the place in Thomaston to come down to install it.
But it's good to go.
all right, go ahead.
Yeah, I got an issue, me and Chief has been getting several phone calls to the department from citizens of Sycamore. We've been getting phone calls from a few city council members where people's been calling them to have us being dispatched out there to their homes. Honestly and truly, that needs to stop, because now we have a 911 system, it needs to go through them, so therefore, it's recorded that the officer's being dispatched to it in case there's a problem. If they say, like the homeowner says the officer didn't come out there, they have a log where we went 23. Not only that, that gets reported to the state of Georgia, where it helps with funding to the city, helps show that Sycamore needs a police department, and if anything, it's officer for safety.
Yeah.
Because if the officer goes out there, if they call the PD or call one of y'all to have us come out there, we go out there, we get taken out. Our next available shift unit comes on 12 hours. And we just sit out there, so.
I'd like to ask a question to council at large.
Go ahead.
Who has called anybody on this council asking them to ask the police to turn out?
I am.
There you go.
You tell them to call 911.
Definitely.
That's what my instructions
That's a
And
gigantic liability.
We're gonna
Okay.
address that in a
I
little
just-
bit.
I have about 3 calls a day if I'm in the office. I don't stay in the office because there's one of me and I check property and whatever. And if they're not calling 911, only utilizing my landline at the office, somebody may be in peril or actually need something and they're waiting on me to get back to answer the phone. We don't have a secretary. I don't need a secretary. Instead of calling 911 for calls for service, they're calling the landline and they may get overlooked if I'm not there to answer the phone.
That ain't good.
No, it's bad.
Like the sign says, call 911.
Please.
Exactly. It's on the cars.
I think it's been
You gotta call you
done.
out there so they read the number.
Exactly.
It's been done over the years and some people have just gotten used to it and I want them to get the service they deserve, not what they may get calling the landline.
Not the way it's supposed to work.
Alright, anything else? Okay, I'm gonna move to public input, and I believe you were wanting to address the council.
Yeah.
You were? Okay, you can come speak to the council, take charge a second, I'm gonna take a quick break, I'll be right back. Go ahead and come up and talk.
Yes, ma'am.
That's fine.
I applied license for.
Can you speak up, please? I'm sorry, I just can't hear good.
I did apply the license for the marathon gas station on 12610. And that is the only one location that I applied. We are trying to open all the three locations as well. The license is denied due to, I think, so I have got one time arrested for serving alcohol to underage. So I did bring the copy from the court as well, that was, case has been dismissed and has been done. And that was the only one mistake I've done. So I took, after that, I never done anything like that. So
You have to
please
speak
allow
up.
me.
They cannot hear you.
Oh, no.
If you wanna move down there so they can
Yeah.
hear you, we can hear you up here.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Thank you, it would help me a lot.
Okay, so I did apply the license for the gas station from, occupational license.
Uh-huh.
And that has been denied due to but they told in the police record that I have been arrested one time in 2023 for selling alcohol to the underage. So I did bring the copy from the court as well, but they have.
Chief, could you take a look at this?
Yes,
This would be familiar, be your territory.
Got your microphone, she's soft spoken. I talked into that, maybe that'll help.
It was, taken on a pretrial diversion.
All right, does that change your recommendation?
It does not, I stand by my recommendation.
Thank you. The chief has reviewed the paperwork for, the terminology again,
Pretrial diversion,
pretrial diversion, but she does not change the recommendation of the police department. Therefore, I would say that the refusal of the license as granted last month stands.
You can discuss the
Please
council.
try to understand.
We depend on our police department to investigate and to recommend, and we follow that recommendation whenever it's reasonable.
I in good conscience cannot recommend it now. You guys, it's up to y'all's vote, but I in good conscience cannot recommend it at this time.
So what shall I do so you can because I'm trying to see the more potential on this LCKT.
I understand.
I don't know what to say the words, but because I have other businesses as well in other county. They did recommend me and they did do everything out there.
What they recommended you, I cannot.
One other problem that we got with the, Marathon Station out, on Bussy Road.
Yeah.
Their license expired, as of January 1st of this year. They are operating off of the expired license right now.
So So that's the reason we applied for that license and the license was rejected. The old owner did not, still everything is under the old owner because when I took everything, whenever I got all the license, I would try to operate those things. So I'm still operating under the old owner name and everything.
Yeah, but we can't have a license under somebody else's name, with somebody else running.
No, I'm running on behalf of him. So that's why, because that's why he wants.
Yeah, but you're not.
I know that's the reason. So we are in the changing of processing the management. And we try to, the license is not approved, so now, at the moment, we are not selling the alcohol and everything.
So,
What do you recommend?
Who was the previous owner? Was his name Ollie?
Yeah.
Something like Ollie?
Yeah.
Where's Ollie at now?
He's in Atlanta, so he came here for the license renewal, but they told that my license was placed in first. So they rejected his license. So he came for the fees. and
Because you're the
everything.
new owner, so they should
I'm-
reject his license.
No. We want to just do the inventory check and everything, but once I get everything, my license, then only I can start my business.
But
So
when
I applied for it and you have, the meantime, you rejected it, so I have no idea where we are now standing. We both, I took.
you're running illegally is where you're standing. If you're selling alcohol,
No,
you're
no,
gonna
I'm
be
not
fine.
selling it.
Okay, I understand that,
Yeah.
but you're
That-
still running a business that is not licensed currently.
Oh, is it? I
Correct.
don't know.
council,
Is it okay you can pull the old owner in and then they will find out something else?
No, he's the old owner.
Yeah, he's still in this business, so all this license and everything is under his name.
They're
Only-
expired.
Only this one he didn't pay for, I think so, renewal,
For this year.
yeah, for 2026.
Nobody has paid for 2026.
So that's what we came here for payment. And then I put my application here on, I think so, I came here on January 26th or 27th something. They told me that it will be on February 12th, I think so, that was your meeting was. And on 12th February, you canceled, or you rejected my license.
I didn't reject it, I recommended to not give the alcohol license.
Okay. So,
Maybe we could shortcut a little bit, chief. Since it is, operating a business without current license, wouldn't it be, according to city ordinance, proper to issue citation and let the judge look at it?
Counselor?
You issue it, I prosecute.
Okay. So if you keep operating without a valid business license, you will be fined by Sycamore Police Department and brought to court.
okay, so I'm here for the license, so how, I don't know what's the procedure, that's what my question is. I came here like 5 to 7 times in like 2-3 months, but,
Okay?
and when I applied for it, I already told them, this is the thing. I already had been arrested one time, the girls in the front, they told them, it's okay, you just apply, we will look at it, and they will tell you whatever it's in.
Okay, I'm completely confused. Ollie was the previous owner, but you said he's still part of the new business. And there's a transition, and I don't understand the transition to whom, which would be you as the new owner. What's Ollie still got to do with it if he's in Atlanta?
Okay, this property has been sold.
Okay, so it's no longer Ollie's.
Yeah, the property is with no longer.
Okay, that's clarified.
But the business is with Ali, that's what, they have given everything to them. And then Ali told me that, I told them, okay, I can operate this one, so we are in the business.
You cannot operate under Ollie's license.
I'm not going to operate, I'm in the.
Okay, whose
between
license
of
are you
Francis
operating
States.
under currently?
Ali is operating, everything, the bank and everything is goes under his name, not my name. Everything is under Ali.
Is it a LLC?
Is, I think so, yeah. I have to check, maybe.
Cause we gonna need
incorporation.
documentation of who all's named under the LLC.
Maybe incorporation, because I don't deal with the bank, that's what I'm just here to look at the business, how it's going. So I told him I will see 1 or 2 months, how your business is going, then I can think about it to take your business. And I can.
Well, if you're just thinking about taking over the business, do you really need the business license?
No, but now I think I can able to run that business, so that's what I apply for the license.
I'm completely confused. Counselor's gonna have to help me out with this one.
As of now, the business is in the name of G&P 786 Inc.
Which is
Yeah.
whom?
It's a corporation registered with the Georgia Secretary of State. It is active. I pulled it up today. There's and I may be mispronouncing it, Hassan Munir. He is a registered agent. He's a CEO. He's listed as a CFO. He's listed as a secretary. Doesn't tell me how many shares are outstanding, but it sounds like it's a closely held corporation. He owns all of it.
So he should be applying for the business
The
license.
previous license was in that name. So
Okay.
it should be him applying for the
Correct.
license, if that's what the store's operating.
That's what I'm asking. Perfect.
Yeah,
And
so
also-
he came to the front office for the license.
I don't know about that. I don't work the front office.
Okay, so the girls are over there, I don't know.
Okay.
So they told that my application is in pending, so they cannot, accept his application.
I don't know.
So
Also,
only one time, one person can apply for it, that's what.
all right, also, I'm gonna speak what I feel is
Okay.
right by
Fair
the
enough.
council. And they can object or whatever if they want to, that's fine, I don't have a problem. It's not fair to the other businesses in this town for that one to be operating out here when the license is expired. Oh, we wouldn't be letting that go on with the other businesses in the city.
Say that again?
I think the confusion is that we're talking about 2 different licenses. We're talking about an alcohol license versus an actual business license.
Yeah.
We have a business license that is active
No.
currently.
No.
It's
It's
business license is expired. Oh, well then, yeah, there's no
And
confusion
the
there.
alcohol license is all in
Yeah.
the same. The
Right.
alcohol license and the business
George?
license is all in the same.
Yeah, if there's no business license.
All Georgia license and everything is updated in 2026, we don't have here city license, the local license, what we have. Occupational license we don't have, all other license we have. With 2026, with the new one. Because then I
You're licensed with the
for the-
Secretary of State to have a corporation, the corporation license. The
That
corporation
has nothing to do
papers.
with the city of Sycamore.
Correct.
No.
Yeah,
The liquor, or the alcohol license is predicated on the existence of an active business occupational license,
Correct.
which you do not have.
yeah,
Correct.
so business license when we have to renew on December 31st, like 2025, for the new year.
And we are now in March of 26, therefore you're operating without a legal license. As I said, issue a citation,
Yes, sir.
please. I don't think it's a council vote type thing.
It's not.
Okay.
And that would be.
Is that each per day, work day?
Yep,
Okay,
It's at your discretion though.
okay.
it's up to your discretion. discretion, but, yeah, you're right.
We came here for apply license for the old owner, he did came and they told that they cannot accept the license because I already put my license on, what we can say, on January.
Mm-hmm.
So they told that if you are applying for the new one, old owner do not need to renew his license. I said, but we want to pay for it. And they say, my application was in pending. So they didn't accept. So they told, okay, the person who is the owner has to come. So the owner came last time and they told them.
The owner being whom?
The Munir Hassan Munir.
Okay.
So he came here for the license renewal for his check and everything, and they told us they won't accept at the moment.
You also sent your husband up here to apply for a license?
It's under my name, I want to apply for with my husband. But this pending application was here, so they say only one application on one time. So that was.
I don't know the rules of the licensing.
Yeah, who was the front, I think at that time, someone was, the front girl, they called someone, I forgot her name. She usually here every time, so she called someone and then someone called me, they said only one application one time. So if you are not applying for your license, then you can add your husband, and that's what I say, if I add my husband, does that make difference? I can add my husband in my corporation. But they say, you first go and apply for your, because once in a, like this, and in council meeting, if they will pass it, then you don't have to worry about it. I said, okay, I'll go and that's the reason I just came here.
Fact remains, you do not have a current active legal, business license,
And you cannot legally operate.
Okay.
period.
Yeah, okay, I understand now what you're saying.
Your change of ownership or transfers of ownership are really irrelevant at this point. You either have a proper license and you can operate your business, or you do not and you should stop.
Correct.
Right.
So you want me to stop gas sell and everything?
You
I
cannot
will
Stop
stop
operate.
that.
Legal
You are
license,
illegally operating your business,
period.
and you're gonna be fined, you're gonna be cited. That's the only way I know to explain it.
So, okay. So for this one, occupational license, do I have to apply from the very first now?
I don't know what you're asking.
Because when we came here for this business new application, they told us that this application you can only put one time, whatever.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not gonna speak out of term because I'm not over business license.
We didn't vote on that, we voted on alcohol.
Yeah. What would you
So
add?
alcohol, they two different licenses, two different licenses. One is for the occupation license, business license, and the other for the alcohol, we done denied alcohol. What you got to do to get our occupation license?
Well, she won't sell beer and wine, so you
We
don't
don't-
give them license.
We done denied, there's two different licenses. We done denied beer and wine, now we talking about occupation.
She's asking if she
License,
has.
business
Yeah, so
license,
that.
you got to give her a business license, so you can sell
She
gas.
said that she has, and then
She don't
she
own
has
it.
got it.
If she's owned it, whoever owns it, whoever owns it, has got to come and get a business license. So she needs to tell whoever owns that business to get a business license. They can't sell beer right now, but they can sell gas,
Are they?
paper chips. But they two different licenses we talking about.
3 weeks
So
ago?
that's why it's confusing to them. Just get the owner to come by and get, or email, Gmail or whatever, and get it done Monday.
I mean, they've been operating since
Well,
December.
Mop handles in the door, nobody knows.
I mean, if they ain't got it done by Monday, then do all of your
You see something?
stuff, cause we closed on Friday, they can't come get them Friday.
It's not even our area.
Sure they can, Alan.
Probably.
If they're illegal operating business, that ain't got nothing to do with us being closed or open.
That's true too, but what I'm
They
saying is if
can't
they
come
can't.
get their
They
license.
can't get their license on Friday, no, we're closed.
Okay, we spoke on this,
Okay,
it's in your hands,
okay,
what you want to do, and that's it.
okay.
Alright, we're moving on.
So I need to give
So,
the.
public input, I have one item I want to bring forward.
So what?
Go ahead then.
Why don't you go ahead?
No, go ahead.
All right, of late, there has been a great deal of, conversations in an adjacent county concerning a zoning variance for a data center. This is as a pestilence to small communities and small impoverished counties. I want this council, I'm going to ask this council to look into a recurring resolution concerning the prevention of any business that generates a certain amount of sound outside of the building or uses a certain excessive amount of electricity or a certain excessive amount of water. A data center could very well be the destruction of property value in this community.
Yes.
Now, I'm informed by council that we can only have such a moratorium for a certain given amount of time. But I see no reason why we cannot renew that moratorium over and over and over and over. And I would like the council to think about that, and if council for the city will help us draft such a resolution, in due course, I'd like to vote on that before somebody comes in here trying to get a zoning variance.
Yeah. Good idea.
I did some more research after we called last time, there is a nuisance ordinance in place that will govern noise, lights, excessive noise, lights, excessive sound, excessive consumption.
The adjacent county, the application was withdrawn, mainly because I'm given to understand that the people that tried to get the permit, they withdrew it because, they did not have either a state or a federal environmental impact statement.
You want to comment, Ben?
It's going in.
Since when?
Since when I talked to my editor Friday.
I was told last week that it was withdrawn Friday. The application was withdrawn by a resident of that adjacent county. Did the county commissioners vote on it? Ladies and gentlemen of the council, all the more reason. That's all I have.
I don't disagree with you there, I'm in full agreement with you. Not the amount, but you know, and I think anybody on this board would probably agree with what you said. Alright. What I want to go to, I want to give you a tad of background real quick. About, I don't have the exact date that we had an officer was down here.
February 19th.
And that officer worked with us the last few years, he is now thus moved on. But, me and my wife, this few years ago, were headed out, going to supper, went to Asheville, headed to Asheville. We got up where Sweet Teas is now, there's a little culvert sack in there, you know, that guy raised his speed, and I caught up with it. And I called 911. And told them I got 2 officers that sitting at PD down here in Sycamore. And I need you to radio them and tell them they need to look out for this truck. Cause he's all over the road and he ran me off the road. Well, make a long story short, the truck went into Dollar General and parked. And, I pulled up to PD with the officer. And I said, did you get that call about that pickup? He said, there ain't no call come across. I stood right here in that parking lot. Finally, the person come out of Dollar General, got into that truck. And they put some ice and a cooler in the back and took off. Well, the officer said, man, they taking off at a high rate of speed. And he jumps in his vehicle. Now this is a police car, bear in mind. Before he got to the stop sign of Bussy Road, that truck was clearing Allen's tire right here, the curve right here. Wow. Which tells you about what kind of rate of speed. Well, he never could catch up to it. Now, I stayed there about another 30 minutes. Guess what? That call never come across 911. Never did. Never was dispatched to one of our offices. So I went and made a complaint at the sheriff's office and was sent to talk to the person in charge of 911. I won't bring out a name. The person the sheriff had running 911. And I was told that they was gonna investigate it and they'd be back in touch with me in about a day or two. That day or two ain't never come yet. Have heard from them. Well, let's fast forward to, give me 1 second. Fast forward to, trying to see the date on here. Yeah, February the 19th. I was right here at City Hall. This is why it was mentioned by Captain Joyner a while ago, about calling 911. My phone rang. The attorney was here at the time. And he was sitting there. When I answered the call, I had it on speaker. It was one of our residents here in the city. And they said, I'm at work. And my neighbor called and said there's a truck that's been parked in my driveway for over an hour. Could you please have an officer go by and check? And I said, no, you need to call 911. That way they got a record of it and they can make a case number and everything for our officers in case something's going on. They said, okay, I'll do that right now. Thus, I have a screenshot of the call right here where 911 was called. Guess what? Our officers never got a call. So we took and had some records for Freedom of Information Act records, which thus are right here on the very day that I'm talking about. Shortly after this, the police chief came up and I said, you went and looked at where that call come from? She said, what call? I told her about the 911 call. She said, we ain't had a 911 call. They ain't called us. So she went on over to check into what was going on. Well, the vehicle was done gone per se, but she waited around over there. Guess what? Call never came. Shortly after that, when she was back at TPD, Captain Joyner, right in front of the chief, called 911 over the radio, asked about a call to that address. Negative, they had no call come across. Guess what the paper showed? The paper showed they never were called. We don't have a record where Sycamore, resident of Sycamore even called 911. We don't have a record for when our officers was dispatched to a call at all. What in crap are we paying $6,000 a month for? This is totally ridiculous. Totally uncalled for. This is not only what makes me angry is I told you the past one because you know what? I'm a big boy out. But when you start messing with these daggum citizens that we pay their taxpayer money, and like the sheriff would say so many times, oh, we'll do it regardless. Well, they ain't doing it. They are not doing it, period. And I'm very ticked off and mad about this, and you ain't. I will be going to a county commission meeting over this. And I wanted this to come out. I wanted this to come out in public. Because this bull crap, I am not letting go of it here, period. Now, I talked to Captain Joyner earlier, and he was telling me a few things, and he's spot on about it. Well, why don't you stand up and elaborate a little bit on this?
We got several issues with dispatch. Sometimes they'll call it, no, sorry. We got several issues with dispatch. If we're on a traffic stop, you got some dispatchers just keep on their job. You got some, they won't even call and check on you. We'll be on 2 or 3 traffic stops before they even call and check on us. Or they'll see if we're clear on another traffic stop. I done set up, get ready to write my second one. Call out to pull a car over. There's so much of delay, I could have got out and talked with the person in the car and come back to the car before they even answered me half the time. It's just getting ridiculous. I mean, we actually pay for one person to be up there to be on Sycamore's channel, and generally you got two people up there running the entire show. I mean, it's just, I don't know what their issue is up there, but when I was standing there with the chief on this day in question, and when I called, I talked to the dispatcher. I said, is there a call come out on College Avenue? Negative. Okay. Chief was standing right there with me, because she had asked me that I could respond to it, because she went out there and said, well, I ain't got no calls to it. Because she knows I'll go out there and find out what's going on. But, and it's not only me, it's other officers too with the city that's, sometimes they'll call and check on them, sometimes they won't. I mean, that's just officer safety. I mean, we go out there, I mean, we just had one in Howard get run over by a car. I mean, who's to say it don't happen in Sycamore? Who's to say it don't happen in Tourniquet? Who's to say they don't happen in Ashburn. I mean, I'm just looking out for me and my guys.
I agree with you there. And one thing that I wanna say about our citizens, who knows what
Exactly.
was going on over there? They could've broke into a house. They could've be holding somebody at gunpoint. They could be committing any kind of crime or even a fire at the house. And it's not dispatched,
Sure.
you know, and this here, some heads are gonna roll over it. And I'm very adamant about it, I'm very ticked off right now. And,
That's where you need to be.
I want the council to know, because, there's something fixing to happen here. Go ahead.
Counselor, can we subpoena 911 call logs?
There you
There.
There they
You got
are.
the whole thing?
Yeah.
I did a 9, the mayor asked me to do it, I went from 9 o'clock that morning to 2 o'clock that afternoon. And there's nothing there, and I got a recording, on a thumb drive of all the calls, and it's not there.
Look at time
Okay.
and pass that down.
That's okay, I just wanted to make sure that we had the calls. Counselor, am I correct in that we can, remove ourselves from that 911 coverage on a 90-day, written notice, or is it 60 days?
I think it's 60 days, I haven't done that in a while, but I think it's 60 days, but there's a material breach, you guys are paying for something you're not getting.
Yeah, well, we've been down this particular road before, and we had talked with, if memory serves, we had talked with the sheriff in Irwin County and Ben Hill County. If we're not gonna get the service for which we're paying, I think prudence and public safety demands that we take our 911 business elsewhere. Because we know, or reasonably should know, what's going on with 911 dispatch, and if, God forbid, tragedy ensues, it occurs to me that we incur a certain liability.
Now, we can put on notice about it.
Right.
But it's not only, the citizens when there's somebody in the parked in their yard, but officer safety is impacted as well.
It's officer safety, it's public safety, it's community safety.
Absolutely.
I'm just,
I suggest before we decide, that we talk again to the, alternate 911 facilities before we make a decision, come to a decision. But I think it would be prudent of us to at least look into it immediately. Because I don't know of an officer that we want to lose because 911 didn't want to dispatch. And I don't know of a homeowner or renter that we want to lose because 911 didn't want to respond.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Has anybody talked to the Ashburn Police Department or Rebecca to find out if they're having any of the same sort of issues? Or
Rebecca has no police.
right, but there's gotta be folks who are calling 911 from Rebecca.
Could be.
But specifically the Ashburn Police Department, because they have their own police department that's separate from the sheriff's department, to see if they're having problems with their officers being checked on. In calls specifically, because that could give some indication if the problem is across the board with 911, or if it's just specific to Sycamore. And if it's across the board with 911, then I think we would have a much, we'd have a much better case of getting an investigation into what's happening at 911.
Good luck to you. It didn't work for me. Go ahead.
I live in the county, so I still call Sycamore my home. Question, Mr. Brown. You say you talked to Irwin and Ben Hill, 911.
We
How will-
talked about this some years ago.
Yeah, I remember back when that happened. How are they gonna just get 911 calls from Sycamore citizens? Cause I had that same question back then, and they couldn't, nobody never answered that neither. But when you dial 911, even on a cell phone here, it's going up there. It's not gonna go to Ben Hill or Irwin, it's going up there. And 99% of your people in this city got cell phones.
Yep.
Hardly anybody has a house phone anymore. So, what needs to happen is, they need to straighten their crap up.
Right.
You're right.
Well, the question is how to go about forcing that issue. I mean, I would like to think that it was an exercise in good stewardship and altruism, but we both know that ain't the case. It occurs to me that with a variety of relatively low population counties, like Turner, like Irwin, like Ben Hill, that a comprehensive multi-county 911 system would be easier to fund and get the calls routed to where they need to go. But you're not wrong. You are absolutely not wrong. Problem is how you make it right. Hopefully people are gonna be reading about this in Ben's newspaper next week.
Well, I wanted this brought out, that's why I brought it out here tonight. And like, and saying, I do plan on attending a county commission meeting and presenting this here too. Oh, but this here is totally unacceptable. Unacceptable.
It's bad stewardship.
Well, it could also put lives in danger, not only our cops,
Right,
but our citizens too.
sure.
Yeah.
I think James had a good point. We need to converse with the alternate 911 providers
Yeah.
before we make a decision, but
Yeah.
it needs to be done.
Okay. All right. That's all I've got on that subject for this in time. All right. Item 14.
Move to pay bills.
Second.
Okay, motion second. All
Move to
in
go
favor?
home.
Okay,
Second.
okay, motion second to adjourn, everybody. Okay. We are adjourned. Thank you.